pressure on you. I've taught you, don't put pressure on yourself at home. You are the firstborn of a family. Hate me all you can. I'm doing my job, please. You are just 26. You just got a job. Salary is 120,000. You pay 2 people's tuition fee. You still buy food stuff at home. You will never rise. And it's a dysfunction. It's not love. In the order of family, everybody has job jurisdiction. I taught this one time in church. Some times back. Workforce, can you bill me? No, I don't teach even the church. Half what I teach the workforce. Ask them. Many things can't pass the camera. I wish you are part of them. Half of the things I say can't pass the camera. You will hate me in 2 minutes. And I was teaching love. It's a dysfunction. There is an organogram in family called father, mother, and what? Children. Everything you see is an agenda and then a job description. It is wrong for a child to know what happens between his parents. It is more dangerous when it becomes either of them's confidant. When father and mother fight and the child knows, you're already dooming that child. He does not have the moral standpoint as exousia to know what happened between his parents, because he will take sides and the other side will be fighting. You agree with norms where your mother is crying, there's no food, you have to beg her. You're the one saying, Mommy, you will laugh, everyone will laugh. Mommy, don't worry. That was where you are doomed. It's not a bad word, it's true, so that you can be restored tonight. You are never supposed, as a man, your children shouldn't know what it means lack, even if you have to go and wash pigs to get the funds. The day they know, Satan works with dysfunction. So, you grew up as the firstborn of a home, and then your father knew his capacity, yet gave birth to 2 children after 13 years. You know those kind of families. And I'm not insulting you. The gap between me and my last born is enough to give birth to her. So I'm not insulting you. When I talk, you should know God took me through a process so that we'll get here. Some of you, I'm not talking about you, and if you think so, I'm talking about you too. Adjust. And now you have 2 children after you. They are your children. This is my firstborn. You might not have to agree. It's foolish to think that my parents paid their school fee as it were. You don't understand now. If I teach you, take it. It's pain become gift. Are you still in church with me at all now? And then the money you should use to move on, you use to, now, you know you are my girl, right? So nothing concerns you, So you pick that funds now, and do you get what I'm saying at all now? And your life is static. You better learn from me. You better leave home. My name is Toby B. I taught you so. You will never rise. You will do all you can. And you know the most funniest part? Once everybody leaves, nobody will pay you back, because you did what you should not have done. It was your parent that should do it. What is parenthood? Is sacrifice and death for another life to emerge. How does a new plantain come? The mother dies. Do you understand? Parents die. So you as a firstborn, you are dying. So when they graduate, they just get a job and they marry. The secondborn gets a job and travels out. The thirdborn gets a fiancé and relocates to Ghana. And then you look back and say, do you know my siblings didn't know what I did for them? You didn't do your job. It's a dysfunction. You can't hate me. I'm talking to you from a place of pain that became gift. What should take you 7 years will take you 49 years of your life. Things of 3 months will take you 10 years. You'll be recycling around. You know, it's giving you joy. You are the one giving them money to buy cote. You are buying fish. You think you are doing well. Oh, God, listen to me. It's an attack of Satan. There is a need for you to throw away. Are you still in church with me at all now? Hate me all you can. Most parents, an average parent here is still 50-something, 60-something. Mama Ibukan Oshika is 60-something. See her. Presidents of countries are 60, they are working. It's an insult to be 50-something and say you have done all. You are not even up to the second to third of your life. If you think I'm insulting, I leave you to God and judges you. People are coming out of pit with nobody to hold their hands. You just got a job. Sometimes you are even trekking. And they paid you well to even take boats to your place of work. That's not what I'm teaching you in church. This is not what you learn here. Are you still in church at all? It's so bad some of you can't even pay to buy truth. You can't sign up for courses. You can't sign up for mentorships. You can't, because relationships are costly. If you say, I'm your father, my birthday is the day you'll be exposed. Everybody will wrap tissue paper and put your name. It's a good way to let them know this one is not a son, no. He's a son of righteousness with healing on his wings. You understand? I'm just trying to say something fair. Relationships are expensive. You see, when Apostle Man's birthday come now, you see what we do. It's costly. You just don't know the right side of the story. It's not a joke. You don't say I'm something. You don't. I'm Christ Apostolic Church. You know, they are whatever something can be something. You don't know what goes down there. If we're here, you don't know what is happening. I don't want to talk too much. You don't know. You don't claim father and then you are just following message and you are liking. It's sacrificial. And if the father loves and begins to give a son, not forever, the age comes where the son should give back to the father. It's a proof of becoming. It's a proof of increase. It's a proof. Are you still in church with me? I thought now. You don't do that nonsense. It really is nonsense. Quote me anyway. You think it's love? You think you are doing well? Watch your mates, the people you call bad children. They call them Odajuomo. They go find life. That your mate has bought Camry now. He's going to marry very soon. He has saved up for 2 years. I'm not saying God can't lift you. I hope you understand. Even minister, people in ministry, this is why they are suffering. He's a young man. What is offering this kind of work? You will be a fool to be thinking offering in this kind of work. If you want to think offering, think higher. And this is the psychology. The higher the church, the more the offering becomes the same. You know how much they used to power some ministries? It can power a local government. You don't understand what I'm saying? Their ministry is running. We run petrol here. Come on. So in case you think the offering account is 2.4 million, ask them how much is for diesel. So it's the same side effect. You get the flow and thought now. The young man he's not standing yet. He doesn't have one partner to his life. It's not as if he falls, somebody will hold him. You don't understand? It's not as if his ministry crashes, somebody will say, I'm with you in this. And you know the most painful thing? If this is you, please, you need to cry to God for help tonight. Stamina to say no and move on. If you crash today, who will hold your hands in your home? Don't think me. Think back, everybody. And I hope you know I'm not teaching you to be a stupid young child. That means unintelligent child. I will teach you, honor your father. You don't buy things for your fiancé, something you don't buy for your mother. Sometimes make them happy. Sometimes change the money to dollar. Don't give them a naira. Just change the 50,000 to $50 notes. You understand? So that mommy, something, you know what a woman does. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not teaching you not to. Those are things you do to provoke the blessing. I hope you understand now. To secure the blessing, but you think as you got your salary, you withdrew you couldn't even honor God, and then you find a way to make yourself feel God sees my heart, but you broke a law. That's a challenge. You did. And it's a dysfunction. Don't ever think I'm the one God has answered for. They say things like, you are the one God has helped right now. We don't know tomorrow. Oga, my name is Toby B. Move. That's not how God helps people. He doesn't put parasitic relationships to help men. He doesn't do it. I'm not saying your siblings are first parasite. I hope you get my balance, but he doesn't do so. If a man is 24, he can walk too. My brother, help me with half of the tuition fee. His sense of responsibility. Not he can walk. You are 26, he's 24. Or you are 26, he's 21. He's still in maybe Ogbomosho camp or something. He can't do not. No, boy. You know where we came from. Get a job. Get a this. Get a that. I agree to that partnership. But you are paying heavily. No. After you are done and your bones become weak at age 32, they will look at you, and let me tell you the bad news. It's the child that keeps dropping that is a favorite of the mother or father. Unfortunately, it's a sign that parenthood was not learned properly. Because if you attend ISAF, I've taught you, leaders don't have favorites. A leader can't have best food. It's a sign of leadership. It's not possible. You don't run best policy. It doesn't work. You run standard. Who guess what I just taught you now? I teach this in ISAF. I will tell you there's something called Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. What's supposed to be their job? Help me. So that, let's say noodles as an example. All noodles are standardized, right? Any noodle you buy is standard. There's nothing like best noodle. When you see a man having favorite preacher, he's not righteous yet. He has standard. You don't understand what I'm trying to say? Leaders. Are you still in church with me? I thought one sign of kingdom leadership. And so the parents even have bias. They like somebody today that is dropping cash. In 2 minutes that your life does not do well, they ask somebody else. Then you are feeling bad. Why do you feel bad? It's a dysfunction. You are doing what they don't. And some of you younger here, when your parents have issues, act like you never heard. If you need an airpod, I'll buy one for you. Plug it so bad. They say, don't you even know their friends? Say, I didn't know something. Walk away. Let them beat you when you come back. Just so that you don't have an idea. Don't sit where your mother is calling your father a bad person. They deserve themselves. If she didn't, she will fight that choice. You get it? I thought now. Watch most parents that tell you, mother that say, your father is a bad man. Watch the woman too. She wants pity party. She wants to gain attention of people. She wants her husband to look bad for her to look good. That's enough sign she's the same with the husband. She always said, "Has that my mom?" She said, "Well, no, they act good people, something." They equal themselves. It's the law of attraction. So their life doesn't, they have produced you, we thank God, but it's time to walk out. Even snakes walk out of where they give birth to them from. Animals, when they give birth to them, even eagles, then they fly. You are human, the apex of creation. You should learn when to live. It's not because of father, mother alone, for marriage alone. You should learn when to live so that you can live, as it were. You should learn. And many of you, what you are doing, you are just doing yourself. And your challenge is who you now marry. You are not, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you know some of you, if you marry now, the wife is a bad wife already. She just married you with 250,000 salary. You are taking care of 6 people already. Now you have a wife. She has two father and mother, parents, right? Think for 2 minutes. Yeah, think. Some of you know once you build a house, everybody's packing in. It's time to say, you don't start a family that way. It's not about, it's not like she does not accommodate people. No, you should accommodate people more than few moments of their life and they move on. You can't accommodate, it's not an extended family, it's not family house. You have been hearing your mother say anywhere you live in life is where I will live. You need deliverance. There are men they are telling that to right now. It looks funny, but you know it's true. It's a dysfunction. You are not a husband. She should die beside her husband, not you. They're calling you Okom. It's a dysfunction. It's an attack. It's African. It's a culture that makes the word of God of non-effect. You need to switch fatherhood. And you're a girl. Everything you must tell your mother, your siblings. You must tell your mother, your siblings. There's a need for you to flip. Oh? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Am I breaking family? Let everybody prosper. You know that's my desire for you. December 25, everybody march home in honor and power and glory. Stay from 25 to 1st. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I thought, of course, yes. On the 2nd, move into your business. By the time you sacrifice a week for family, it's a sign you love God, you love humanity, you love brotherhood, you have honor for people. It's enough sign. You shouldn't even have the time to be coming every day, as it were. You should be queried. Of course, yes. Our patriarchs that didn't know God have a slang. They will say, that means people put on bags, wave home goodbye, and they never heard of them again until they prospered. You've heard this kind of story before. Welcome to my generation. A man of 32, they are still grinding pepper inside all these things that Habali should be using. Frying it, say don't worry, the fish will soon be ready. 32, say don't worry, just a moment. You don't understand that kind of stuff. 32. Then I want you to pregnant somebody. You don't know responsibility now. Why won't you sleep with people's daughter anyhow? Now you have invested, they say bring her home. You know some kind of stuff now. You just imagine, you know, God forbid, these are stories that happen. Then you there is already in grandpa's house, and you rented the house. So you say say grandpa, child that should learn A for artificial intelligence. You see what he's learning from his life. Then they will say your wife is a bad wife. Do you know I was grinding Rodo, she no can collect him. You know, they're just now they cut Shoko, and you are watching and you just reveal your foolishness and say, why will my mother be doing Rodo? You don't collect, I'm doing Shoko, you should drop Shoko. And you are watching the guy. Like, what is this? And they're still encouraging you. They're telling you, don't worry. You will break through. You call that love. Go and listen to part 2 or 3 again. You think that's love. There is a mindset that's do you understand what I'm trying to say? I thought now. Sit down there. Don't listen to me. It doesn't take long to fold a decade. When did they give birth to me? I've lived decades in my life. Don't mind my frelo. You don't understand. I can boldly tell you I've lived decades now in my life. You think it for 2 minutes. It won't take long. You're already 40. You don't understand. 10 years is like the unwrapping of gala. You know that sausage roll. You know how many of you ate witness gala? Witness. Very nice gala. You drink it with Gary, you are fine. When you didn't grow well now, you don't know what I'm talking. You know witness gala now? Oh my God. That beef inside, is tinko. So, when you are unwrapping witness, you understand? You are unwrapping. Let me. What I'm saying is very serious. Some of you can't marry. It's not because of the will of God. You don't understand what I'm trying to say, though. You are not well. I'm your doctor spiritually. I'm giving you a good diagnosis so you can take a nice prescription. You are not well. You are not all right. And what's your problem? It's emotionalism. It's feelings. You don't have a voice of your own. You don't have liberty that which Christ gives you.